Welcome to Storytime Short from North Branch. And for our opening song today, if you don't remember me by the way, my name is Sheila. You can call me Miss Sheila, Mrs. B, whatever works for you. We did The More We Read Together. So let's try that again. Ready? The more we read together, the more we read together at the library, where your books are my books and my books are your books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. So today our book is called Digging for Words, Jose Alberto Gutierrez and the Library He Built, written by Angela Burke Kunkel and illustrated by Paula Escobar. One person built a library, and I see also there's a garbage truck. How interesting. I thought this was about a library. Well, in the city of Bogota, which is in another country called Colombia, in the barrio of La Nueva Gloria, there live two Jose's. Little Jose stirs in his bed. The early morning light wakes him. He was dreaming of paradise. It's Friday, he realizes with a sigh. Almost Saturday. But until Saturday, he can ride his bike to school. He can sit in and listen to maestra as best as he can. He can play football with his friends. The day stretches out before him like the streets, like the hills. Tomorrow, a wish he knows will come true. In the same neighborhood, a few streets away, another Jose understands long days too. He left school as a boy, his mama unable to afford it, and went to school to work as a bricklayer, digging earth with his hands, placing brick after brick until nothing became something. A wall, a building, a home. Still, every night he read with his mamma. Un cuento at the end of a long day felt like paradise. Un cuento is a Spanish word meaning story. Now, in the early evening light, as the first Jose rides his bicycle home, his mama calling him for dinner, the second Jose gets ready for work. Now he drives a garbage truck and he prepares for his route through the wealthier neighborhoods of Bogota. The engine rumbles to life. The headlights cut through the dark. Jose is a garbage man. He collects la basura, the trash, from the streets of the city. He works all night until the sun comes up. Now, at my place, we have garbage people who come during the day. Jose scans the sidewalks as he drives by, squinting in the dim light. He searches the household trash for hidden treasures. Books. Some are stacked in neat piles as if waiting for Jose. Others take a bit more digging, but Jose doesn't mind. He digs now because of El Primer Libro, the first book he found long ago. When Jose first began work as a garbage collector, he spotted a thick novel in the trash, Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. He dug it out and read it again and again, always opening to a faraway time and place full of steam trains and ballrooms lit by candlelight, sleighs gliding through the snow. He found other books and read those too, and each was different, its own world to discover. just like we're learning about Jose's world in Bogota. Finally, Senor Jose is finished with his route. The garbage truck winds its way through the wide streets, back to the more crowded part of the city. In the cab next to him, because it's precious cargo, rides a stack of almost 50 books. Some thick, some thin, some worn, some almost new. It is a stack making a journey to join other stacks. An encyclopedia of animals, A to Z, a book of fairy tales, a long novel well loved. They all ride home next to Jose. Jose walks home from the garage. He pauses on the step to unlock the door, balancing books in the crook of his arm. A few pages to read, a few hours to dream, then it's a new day. Tonight he revisits Macondo, a magical village deep in the jungles of Colombia, and he's lost in a place where time moves by its own rules. At last it is Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Little Jose's legs carry him as fast as they can. As he runs through the neighborhood, other children join him. It's like a race, but they all will win. Where could they be racing to? His feet touch the steps of paradise at last. Senor is waiting to greet them, smiling as he does every Saturday. Jose enters paradise to find stacks and stacks of books, stacked like the homes of their neighborhood. Libros, or books, rescued by Senor Jose. Everywhere, every corner is stuffed with them. Picture books for niños, classic stories thick with elegant covers, big textbooks heavy with complicated subjects. Jose stays a long time traveling among the high stacks, hesitant to dig. Senor comes to find him. He holds up a book and smiles. Senor sits, Jose sits, the barrio quiets, and the book opens. It opens to a place beyond the barrio, a place Jose cannot ride his bicicleta to. With each turn of the page, Jose sees something new, something different from the streets and hills where he lives, like mermaids and desert islands. Digging leads to more digging. At last, Jose makes his own selection with a nod and a shy smile. Gracias, senor. And he's off, his feet flying back home, his hands flying through chores, through dinner, through washing face and behind his ears, so he can climb into bed and inspect his new libro and devour the cuento inside, even warmer and more satisfying than his dinner. In the early morning light, little Jose stirs in his bed. The book is tucked under his pillow. He devoured it again in his sueños, dreaming of a lonely planet, a flower, a boy, and the journey they make. That is a famous book called The Little Prince. It's Sunday, he realizes with a sigh. Jose has to wait again, a whole week, waiting in bed for the sun to rise, waiting for his friends to come and play, waiting again for Saturday, for Senor to open his doors where the libros sit waiting on their shelves, waiting for Jose to find them. So remember last week I told you about that we are reading nonfiction books, and this is based on a real person. Here is Jose driving his real garbage truck, and here is Jose and all the books that he has found and saved in his home and opened his home up so children can find books to read. So you know that you can come to the library to find lots of good stories to read. I have a poem for us today called Open a Book. So remember, I told you to remember the sign for book. So here's like our hands are closed, just like a book that's closed, and then we'll open it. All right, so every time I make this motion, you can say, open a book. And every time I say open a book, you can do the sign with me. My poem today is called Open a Book by Jane Basquill. Open a book and you will find people and places of every kind. Open a book and you can be anything you want to be. Open a book and you can share wondrous worlds you find in there. Open a book and I will too. You read to me and I'll read to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have been doing lots of reading. I know you've got your spring break coming up soon, so that's a great time to do some reading. Don't forget to come visit us at the library. And don't forget to join my friend Miss Marissa from Frisco on Friday. Bye. Happy reading.